The afternoon sun leans low against the hill, painting our quiet path in a soft and dusty glow. We walk with slow and easy steps, the air is growing still, as maple branches bow to the ground down below. Your hand fits in mine like a glove worn through the years, and we do not have to speak to know exactly how we feel. Every step we take on this rustling carpet of orange reminds us of a warmth that is timeless and real. A sudden cool breeze shakes the branches overhead, and suddenly I am back in that tiny old cafe, with the steam rising up from the coffee cup we shared on the afternoon we promised we would never walk away. For the seasons will turn and the green leaves must fade, but the vow that we made in the spring remains strong. Through the frost of the winter and the heat of the day, with you is the place where I always belong. As the world rushes by, we will just carry on. We remember the times when the road was steep and gray, and the heavy summer rains tried to wash our hopes aside. We had our doubts and our long and silent nights, and the pride we had to swallow just to keep our hearts alive. But the years have been kind and they taught us how to bend, to listen to the quiet space between our angry words, finding that the storm always clears up in the end, leaving us with songs that we had never heard. Now the wind only whispers of the strength we have found, and the coffee in our hands is a comfort we hold tight. Our love is not a fire that burns itself to dust, but a steady glowing ember in the coming of the night. For the seasons will turn and the green leaves must fade, but the vow that we made in the spring remains strong. Through the frost of the winter and the heat of the day, with you is the place where I always belong. As the world rushes by, we will just carry on. Sometimes I look at the clock and feel a sudden fear of how quickly the years seem to vanish from our sight. But then I see the gentle wrinkles framing your sweet smile, and I promise to treasure every morning and every night, no matter how many autumns we have left to share. Yes, the seasons will turn and the yellow leaves must fall, but the love in our hearts only grows more profound. Through the wind and the rain, we have weathered it all, with your hand in my hand on this beautiful ground. We will walk through the golden light together as one, till the very last shadow is gone. holding our paper cups to keep our fingers warm. We trace the empty path where the river meets the land. The water flows in silence under clouds of silver gray, while the amber light of afternoon is slipping through our hands. We watch our shadows stretch across the dusty wooden pier, two figures moving slowly in a world that is so fast, finding in each other all the comfort that we need, and a quiet kind of peace that was always built to last. A sudden gust of wind brings a scent of damp pine wood and takes me back to the moment when your eyes first met my own, in a crowded city street where the heavy rain came down. And I knew from that instant I would never walk alone. Oh, the river may run to the depth of the sea, and the leaves on the willow will wither and fall, but the shelter I find when you are standing by me is the one constant thing that outlasts them all. In the changing of the year we are standing tall. We have seen the seasons when the money was so tight, and we stayed up in the kitchen trying to make the pieces fit. We faced the bitter cold of the losses we endured, and the heavy quiet hours when we almost wanted to quit. But we held on to the rope in the middle of the dark, and we learned that true devotion is a choice you make each day. It is the steady mending of the cracks along the wall, and the simple, honest words that we chose to say. Now our breathing is easy as we walk along the shore, and the coffee is warm and the sky is deep blue. We do not need the wildfire of our younger days to know that the bond we share is beautiful and true. Oh, the river may run to the depth of the sea, and the leaves on the willow will wither and fall, but the shelter I find when you are standing by me is the one constant thing that outlasts them all. In the changing of the year we are standing tall. I know the clock is ticking and our hair is turning gray, and the winter is waiting just around the bend of time, but I am not afraid of the cold winds ahead, because your heartbeat is still the sweet rhythm of mine. We will face every tomorrow with a love so sublime. Yes, the river will run to the depth of the sea, and the golden oak leaves will dance on the ground, but the home that we built is as safe as can be, with the richest devotion that we have ever found. We will walk this long path till the daylight is done, in the warmth of the setting sun. weary old heads. We walk with slow steps on the path by the stream, in a world that is quiet as a beautiful dream. Your hand is so warm in the cool autumn breeze, as the dry leaves are falling from the ancient oak trees. We have nothing to prove and we have nowhere to run. We are just two old souls resting under the sun. This chilly air takes me to that night in the park, when we shared our first kiss in the shadows so deep. And we promised each other as the sky became dark, that we had a sweet promise we would always keep. Though the colors must fade and the trees must go bare, our love only deepens with the passing of time. Through the wind and the rain and the burdens we share, I am so glad to know that your heart is still mine. We are writing a story that is truly sublime. We remember the hardships of the midsummer days, when the worries of life tried to pull us apart. We had children to raise and we had bills we must pay, and a heavy fatigue that would weigh down the heart. But we stood side by side through the thick and the thin, and we never let go of the hand that we held. Now the garden is quiet and the harvest is in, and the doubts of our youth have been completely quelled. Now we walk through the woods with a coffee in hand, and the shadows are long on the carpet of gold. We are calmer and stronger than we ever had planned, with a beautiful bond that will never grow old. Though the colors must fade and the trees must go bare, our love only deepens with the passing of time. Through the wind and the rain and the burdens we share, I am so glad to know that your heart is still mine. We are writing a story that is truly sublime. Sometimes I am scared of how fast the clock spins, and the winter that waits at the end of the year. But I look at your face where the sweet smile begins, and I know that our love is much stronger than fear. We will cherish each autumn we have. Yes, the gold leaves will fall and the winter will blow, but our hearts will be warm in the midst of the cold, with a beautiful melody, soft and so low. We will sing of the memories we permanently hold, and we'll walk down this path till the sun goes to sleep, with a love rich and deep. We didn't know how far this road would go when we took our first steps on a warm April day. Now we walk where the yellow oak branches are low, and the wind blows the dry leaves across our quiet way. Your fingers are intertwined tight with my own as we look at the river that is flowing so slow. We have carved out a piece that is purely our own in the beautiful light of this afternoon glow. This crisp autumn wind has a familiar sweet chill that brings back the theater where we first saw a play, and the nervous young laughter that we shared on the hill when we realized we never wanted to walk away. Let the seasons all turn and the leaves turn to dust. We have built up a love that is stronger than steel. In the heat and the cold we have kept our deep trust, and the warmth in our hearts is the one thing that's real. We have found the sweet peace that we wanted to feel. We remember the winters when the skies were so dark, and we had to fight hard just to keep our dreams warm, with the silent cold dinners and the words like a spark that would threaten to turn into a terrible storm. But we learned to stay quiet, and we learned to forgive, and we put down our weapons and we opened our arms. Now we look at the life that we managed to live, safe and secure from all of the world's alarms. Now our coffee is sweet and our footsteps are slow, and we don't have to prove what we have in our heart. Our devotion is steady and as bright as the snow, and we know that nothing could tear us apart. Let the seasons all turn and the leaves turn to dust. We have built up a love that is stronger than steel. In the heat and the cold we have kept our deep trust, and the warmth in our hearts is the one thing that's real. We have found the sweet peace that we wanted to feel. I know that our days are a short little song, and the twilight is waiting at the end of the bend, but I promise to stay where I always belong, as your faithful companion and your very best friend, to the absolute end of the line. Yes, the gold leaves will dance on the cold forest floor, while the sunset is burning in purple and red. But our love is a light that will shine evermore, with a beautiful pathway still lying ahead. We will walk through the autumn together as one, till our journey is done. cuddled by the heater in our first apartment room. Now we walk beneath the oaks that are turning into gold, and we do not need the flowers of the early spring bloom. The amber sunlight catches the silver in your hair as we take our time along this empty river bend. We have built a beautiful life out of patience and care, and I'm so glad that you are still my very best friend. The cool wind is waking up the memories of youth, when we talked until the sunrise about who we wanted to be, with no money in our pockets but a heart full of truth, and a dream that we could sail across an open sea. Let the seasons all change and the leaves fall away. We have built up a shelter that is sturdy and warm through the heat of the summer and the cold winter day. We have found our sweet harbor from every dark storm. Our love is a beauty that never loses its form. We have had our disagreements and our seasons of regret, when we said some sharp things that we wished we could retrieve. But we learned that a marriage is a long and patient road, where you have to give much more than you ever will receive. We have survived the dry years when our hopes were almost dead, and we watered them with tears till they grew back strong and green. Now we look at the path that we carved out with our feet as the sweetest little journey that we have ever seen. Now our coffee is warm and our spirits are high, and we do not have to hurry to the end of the line. We are grateful for the shadows that are stretching on the ground, and the simple, quiet blessing that you are still mine. Let the seasons all change and the leaves fall away. We have built up a shelter that is sturdy and warm through the heat of the summer and the cold winter day. We have found our sweet harbor from every dark storm. Our love is a beauty that never loses its form. I know that our time is a precious little spark, and the years seem to fly like a bird in the sky. But I promise to hold you when the world is growing dark, and to love you much more as the moments go by. Every day is a gift in your arms. Oh, the leaves will all fall, but our warmth will remain, with a melody sweeter than we ever have known. Through the frost of the night and the cold autumn rain, I am so glad to know that we are never alone. We will walk this gold path till the day becomes night, underneath the soft light. steps are slow but perfectly in time. As we walk beneath the canopy, a fading forest green, the sunlight filters down in long and golden lines, creating the most peaceful world that we have ever seen. We do not speak a word, but your shoulder touches mine, as a single yellow leaf comes drifting down between. We have walked 1,000 miles on this winding road of life, and every single memory is vivid and serene. The autumn air is crisp, and it triggers something deep, bringing back the laughter of our very first July, when we lay upon the grass and we shared our wildest dreams underneath the brilliant blue of an endless summer sky. Let the wind blow the leaves all across the stone, let the colors all fade into winter tonight. As long as I have you, I am never alone. We will walk through the dark to the morning light. Our love is a flame that is steady and bright. We remember the years when the storms were raging loud, and the misunderstandings made us drift so far apart, when we built up high walls out of bitterness and pride, and we almost lost the compass that was guiding our heart. But we learned how to heal, and we learned how to forgive, and we patched up all the sails that were tattered by the gale. Now we look back at the struggle and we smile at the pain, knowing that our patient love was never going to fail. Now our hearts are much lighter than they ever were back then, with a coffee in our hands and a blanket of peace. We are stronger than the worries that we used to carry round, and the gratitude we feel will never decrease. Let the wind blow the leaves all across the stone, let the colors all fade into winter tonight. As long as I have you, I am never alone. We will walk through the dark to the morning light. Our love is a flame that is steady and bright. Time is a river that is moving so fast, and we cannot hold back the tide of the years. But I promise to keep you safe in my arms, and to wipe away every last one of your fears. We will cherish each second we have on this earth. Let the cold wind blow the dry leaves to the ground, while the sunset is burning in amber and red. We have found the sweet peace that we wanted to find, with a beautiful pathway stretching ahead. We will sing our sweet song till the stars start to shine, and I know you will always be mine. afternoon sun leans low against the hill, painting our quiet path in a soft and dusty glow. We walk with slow and easy steps, the air is growing still, as maple branches bow to the ground down below. Your hand fits in mine like a glove worn through the years, and we do not have to speak to know exactly how we feel. Every step we take on this rustling carpet of orange reminds us of a warmth that is timeless and real. A sudden cool breeze shakes the branches overhead, and suddenly I am back in that tiny old cafe, with the steam rising up from the coffee cup we shared on the afternoon we promised we would never walk away. For the seasons will turn and the green leaves must fade, but the vow that we made in the spring remains strong. Through the frost of the winter and the heat of the day, with you is the place where I always belong. As the world rushes by, we will just carry on. We remember the times when the road was steep and gray, and the heavy summer rains tried to wash our hopes aside. We had our doubts and our long and silent nights, and the pride we had to swallow just to keep our hearts alive. But the years have been kind, and they taught us how to bend, to listen to the quiet space between our angry words, finding that the storm always clears up in the end, leaving us with songs that we had never heard. Now the wind only whispers of the strength we have found, and the coffee in our hands is a comfort we hold tight. Our love is not a fire that burns itself to dust, but a steady glowing ember in the coming of the night. For the seasons will turn and the green leaves must fade, but the vow that we made in the spring remains strong. Through the frost of the winter and the heat of the day, with you is the place where I always belong. As the world rushes by, we will just carry on. Sometimes I look at the clock and feel a sudden fear of how quickly the years seem to vanish from our sight. But then I see the gentle wrinkles framing your sweet smile, and I promise to treasure every morning and every night, no matter how many autumns we have left to share. Yes, the seasons will turn and the yellow leaves must fall, but the love in our hearts only grows more profound. Through the wind and the rain, we have weathered it all, with your hand in my hand on this beautiful ground. We will walk through the golden light together as one, till the very last shadow is gone.
Holding our paper cups to keep our fingers warm, we trace the empty path where the river meets the land. The water flows in silence under clouds of silver gray, while the amber light of afternoon is slipping through our hands. We watch our shadows stretch across the dusty wooden pier, two figures moving slowly in a world that is so fast, finding in each other all the comfort that we need, and a quiet kind of peace that was always built to last. A sudden gust of wind brings a scent of damp pine wood and takes me back to the moment when your eyes first met my own, in a crowded city street where the heavy rain came down. And I knew from that instant I would never walk alone. Oh, the river may run to the depth of the sea, and the leaves on the willow will wither and fall, but the shelter I find when you are standing by me is the one constant thing that outlasts them all. In the changing of the year, we are standing tall. We have seen the seasons when the money was so tight, and we stayed up in the kitchen trying to make the pieces fit. We faced the bitter cold of the losses we endured, and the heavy quiet hours when we almost wanted to quit. But we held on to the rope in the middle of the dark, and we learned that true devotion is a choice you make each day. It is the steady mending of the cracks along the wall, and the simple, honest words that we chose to say. Now our breathing is easy as we walk along the shore, and the coffee is warm and the sky is deep blue. We do not need the wildfire of our younger days to know that the bond we share is beautiful and true. Oh, the river may run to the depth of the sea, and the leaves on the willow will wither and fall, but the shelter I find when you are standing by me is the one constant thing that outlasts them all. In the changing of the year, we are standing tall. I know the clock is ticking and our hair is turning gray, and the winter is waiting just around the bend of time. But I am not afraid of the cold winds ahead, because your heartbeat is still the sweet rhythm of mine. We will face every tomorrow with a love so sublime. Yes, the river will run to the depth of the sea, and the golden oak leaves will dance on the ground. But the home that we built is as safe as can be, with the richest devotion that we have ever found. We will walk this long path till the daylight is done.
Our steps are slow but perfectly in time, as we walk beneath the canopy of fading forest green. The sunlight filters down in long and golden lines, creating the most peaceful world that we have ever seen. We do not speak a word, but your shoulder touches mine as a single yellow leaf comes drifting down between. We have walked 1,000 miles on this winding road of life, and every single memory is vivid and serene. The autumn air is crisp and it triggers something deep, bringing back the laughter of our very first July, when we lay upon the grass and we shared our wildest dreams underneath the brilliant blue of an endless summer sky. Let the wind blow the leaves all across the stone. Let the colors all fade into winter tonight. As long as I have you, I am never alone. We will walk through the dark to the morning light. Our love is a flame that is steady and bright. We remember the years when the storms were raging loud, and the misunderstandings made us drift so far apart. When we built up high walls out of bitterness and pride, and we almost lost the compass that was guiding our heart. But we learned how to heal, and we learned how to forgive, and we patched up all the sails that were tattered by the gale. Now we look back at the struggle and we smile at the pain, knowing that our patient love was never going to fail. Now our hearts are much lighter than they ever were back then, with a coffee in our hands and a blanket of peace. We are stronger than the worries that we used to carry around, and the gratitude we feel will never decrease. Let the wind blow the leaves all across the stone. Let the colors all fade into winter tonight. As long as I have you, I am never alone. We will walk through the dark to the morning light. Our love is a flame that is steady and bright. Time is a river that is moving so fast, and we cannot hold back the tide of the years. But I promise to keep you safe in my arms, and to wipe away every last one of your fears. We will cherish each second we have on this earth. Let the cold wind blow the dry leaves to the ground, while the sunset is burning in amber and red. We have found the sweet peace that we wanted to find, with a beautiful pathway stretching ahead. We will sing our sweet song till the stars start to to shine. And I know you will always be mine. would blow so cold, and we huddled by the heater in our first apartment room. Now we walk beneath the oaks that are turning into gold, and we do not need the flowers of the early spring bloom. The amber sunlight catches the silver in your hair as we take our time along this empty river bend. We have built a beautiful life out of patience and care, and I'm so glad that you are still my very best friend. The cool wind is waking up the memories of youth, when we talked until the sunrise about who we wanted to be, with no money in our pockets but a heart full of truth, and a dream that we could sail across an open sea. Let the seasons all change and the leaves fall away. We have built up a shelter that is sturdy and warm through the heat of the summer and the cold winter day. We have found our sweet harbor from every dark storm. Our love is a beauty that never loses its form. We have had our disagreements and our seasons of regret, when we said some sharp things that we wished we could retrieve. But we learned that a marriage is a long and patient road, where you have to give much more than you ever will receive. We have survived the dry years when our hopes were almost dead, and we watered them with tears till they grew back strong and green. Now we look at the path that we carved out with our feet as the sweetest little journey that we have ever seen. Now our coffee is warm and our spirits are high, and we do not have to hurry to the end of the line. We are grateful for the shadows that are stretching on the ground, and the simple quiet blessing that you are still mine. Let the seasons all change and the leaves fall away. We have built up a shelter that is sturdy and warm through the heat of the summer and the cold winter day. We have found our sweet harbor from every dark storm. Our love is a beauty that never loses its form. I know that our time is a precious little spark, and the years seem to fly like a bird in the sky. But I promise to hold you when the world is growing dark, and to love you much more as the moments go by. Every day is a gift in your arms. Oh, the leaves will all fall, but our warmth will remain, with a melody sweeter than we ever have known. Through the frost of the night and the cold autumn rain, I am so glad to know that we are never alone. We will walk this gold path till the day becomes night, underneath the soft light.
with the canopy of orange and red shining like a crown above our weary old heads. We walk with slow steps on the path by the stream, in a world that is quiet as a beautiful dream. Your hand is so warm in the cool autumn breeze, as the dry leaves are falling from the ancient oak trees. We have nothing to prove and we have nowhere to run. We are just two old souls resting under the sun. This chilly air takes me to that night in the park when we shared our first kiss in the shadows so deep. And we promised each other as the sky became dark that we had a sweet promise we would always keep. Though the colors must fade and the trees must go bare, our love only deepens with the passing of time. Through the wind and the rain and the burdens we share, I am so glad to know that your heart is still mine. We are writing a story that is truly sublime. We remember the hardships of the midsummer days, when the worries of life tried to pull us apart. We had children to raise, and we had bills we must pay, and a heavy fatigue that would weigh down the heart. But we stood side by side through the thick and the thin, and we never let go of the hand that we held. Now the garden is quiet and the harvest is in, and the doubts of our youth have been completely quelled. Now we walk through the woods with the coffee in hand, and the shadows are long on the carpet of gold. We are calmer and stronger than we ever had planned, with a beautiful bond that will never grow old. Though the colors must fade and the trees must go bare, our love only deepens with the passing of time. Through the wind and the rain and the burdens we share, I am so glad to know that your heart is still mine. We are writing a story that is truly sublime. Sometimes I am scared of how fast the clock spins, and the winter that waits at the end of the year. But I look at your face where the sweet smile begins, and I know that our love is much stronger than fear. We will cherish each autumn we have. Yes, the gold leaves will fall and the winter will blow, but our hearts will be warm in the midst of the cold, with a beautiful melody, soft and so low. We will sing of the memories we permanently hold, and we'll walk down this path till the sun goes to sleep, with a love rich and deep.
this road would go when we took our first steps on a warm April day. Now we walk where the yellow oak branches are low, and the wind blows the dry leaves across our quiet way. Your fingers are intertwined tight with my own as we look at the river that is flowing so slow. We have carved out a piece that is purely our own in the beautiful light of this afternoon glow. This crisp autumn wind has a familiar sweet chill. It brings back the theater where we first saw a play, and the nervous young laughter that we shared on the hill when we realized we never wanted to walk away. Let the seasons all turn and the leaves turn to dust. We have built up a love that is stronger than steel. In the heat and the cold, we have kept our deep trust, and the warmth in our hearts is the one thing that's real. We have found the sweet peace that we wanted to feel. We remember the winters when the skies were so dark, and we had to fight hard just to keep our dreams warm, with the silent cold dinners and the words like a spark that would threaten to turn into a terrible storm. But we learned to stay quiet, and we learned to forgive, and we put down our weapons and we opened our arms. Now we look at the life that we managed to live, safe and secure from all of the world's alarms. Now our coffee is sweet and our footsteps are slow, and we don't have to prove what we have in our heart. Our devotion is steady and as bright as the snow, and we know that nothing could tear us apart. Let the seasons all turn and the leaves turn to dust. We have built up a love that is stronger than steel. In the heat and the cold, we have kept our deep trust, and the warmth in our hearts is the one thing that's real. We have found the sweet peace that we wanted to feel. I know that our days are a short little song, and the twilight is waiting at the end of the bend, but I promise to stay where I always belong, as your faithful companion and your very best friend, to the absolute end of the line. Yes, the gold leaves will dance on the cold forest floor, while the sunset is burning in purple and red. But our love is a light that will shine evermore, with a beautiful pathway still lying ahead. We will walk through the autumn together as one, till our journey is done.